Derrick, can you hear us on your end?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Guys, we got Derrick Brown here to answer questions you guys have for him. I don't see anyone with their hand raised, so if someone wants to start off with the first question, have at it.
Hi, Derrick. Vashti Hurt with Carolina Blitz. Coach Rule said that he spoke with you after the game on Sunday. Can you talk about what y'all talked about regarding the tough penalties that you had in Sunday's game?
Yeah, I had two big penalties that hurt the team, but Coach Wu said, he understands that, going full speed, you make mistakes, but can't let them get in your head. You got to be able to keep playing. The mission is being able to finish the game every week, and and being able to try to play for the win. And that's something that I got to next time just let go of and just not let it affect my play.
Let's go to Scott for the next question, and then Jonathan.
Hey, Derrick, not to belabor that point too much, but since we haven't had a chance to speak with you, can you describe what you did and what you should have done differently on those two flags?
I had a hands to the face call, trying to push the pocket and get pressure on time. Hands got kind of high. I mean, it happens. Had another play call, late hit. Already in the air when the guy hit the ground. So, it's kind of, one of those plays you got to try to avoid. I'm always going to sell out for my team and, always try to do everything full speed. So, I'll take two bad calls, giving my best effort. So, I'll take that at the end of the day, and I just got to work on my technique and getting my hands down.
Hey, Derrick, Jonathan Alexander, I hope you're doing well. I'm curious, how do you usually, typically analyze your games? Like, how do you go back and look at how you played, and what do you think about your play in the first two games?
Honestly, my play, it hasn't been up to what I expected myself. Going forward, I'm planning on playing a different game. It's been, just kind of trying to find my way, but I'm confident in my play calls, and I'm confident in knowing my playbook now. So it's one of those things where going into a new system, you got to be able to figure it out. No matter what that is, no matter no excuses, are tolerated at this level. And we just got to be able to. I got to be able to personally just learn the game a little more.
If I could ask a follow-up, yeah, how do you typically, assess your play like game to game? Do you go back and watch film on yourself all the time?
Yeah, definitely. As soon as the game's over and I get home, I got it on right there. Watch the TV copy, then go watch the breakdown, and just kind of watch and see the different things, and grade each play, negative or positive. And just kind of, if it's a negative play, go ahead and put down what I need to do better going into the next week.
Let's go to Miles Simmons and then Mike Solarte.
Hey, Derrick, what are you noticing about the Chargers offense, and how do you feel like they've performed over the first couple of weeks?
They run a lot of different things. They had a quarterback switch up last week, putting Justin up. Very talented guy, played against him in college. They run a lot of different things. So, it's not just the one point to harp on. They got a lot of guys. They've had guys with experience. They've had to rotate guys early in the season. It's just they got a lot of different things coming from a lot of different aspects on them personally.
Hey, Derrick, Mike Solarte with Spectrum News 1. Not harping on the flags, but are you noticing that in two games, the calls that were thrown against you would have probably occurred in preseason games where they may not have hurt as much? And are you discovering early on in your career that selling out for your team, there's a fine line that you have to kind of walk so that way you don't draw those penalties?
Yeah, to say the least about it, like I said, I'm a sellout for my team. I got a penalty because I was diving while the runner was still up, and I was in the air. I can't stop myself in the air. So, I just got to take that one. And then the hands to the face call, that's on me. Just like the other one was, I got to get my hands down. Not to say, harp on it anymore myself, but, it's just two mistakes. And, I got to be able to help my team out and not cause those penalties and get off the field on third down.
Let's go to Joe Person and then Nate.
Derrick, you obviously played in the country's toughest football conference, but wondering what you see as a difference in terms of the linemen you're facing every week in the NFL versus college? ACC?
Experience and technique. You know, a lot of things in college, you know, it's about brute strength and, you know, who can get there first. But you know, as I'm finding out, you know, week by week, you know, it's about technique and being able to kind of slow the game down and speed your pace up, but slow the game down. I know it sounds crazy, but that's exactly how this game is.
You played in the SEC in some wild and crazy environments. The governor made a decision yesterday, or announced a decision that fans could be back in Bank of America Stadium as quick as maybe this next home game. Talk about your excitement and how much you feed off of those the fans in venues like that where, you know, it's wild, it's crazy, it's a lot of ruckus. How much do you feed off of that?
I mean, it definitely makes a lot of difference in the game. You know, having that noise from the crowd, you know, is definitely one thing, but then also be able to, you know, just have that interaction too amongst the fans. I had great fans in college, and you know, can't wait to see the Panthers fan being able to fill up the stadium soon.
Let's go to Jason Huber and then Nick Carboni.
Derrick, Jason Huber with WFNZ. How frustrating has it been for, especially with the expectations of the defensive line with you, you know, and Kawan Short to not, you know, have a sack in week one and struggle again last week on the defensive line? And what's the discussion been to try to, you know, put an end to that and start getting pressure again to the quarterback?
I mean, you just gotta put the work in, man. You know, we live by the what's next model. I mean, we can't sit here and try to harp on that stuff because I mean, yeah, it looks good on the outside and to the media, but I mean, talking about it. But I mean, at the end of the day, we gotta put the work in. So that's the only way to change it.
Derrick, what's the difference between playing with Kwan next to you and not having him last week?
I mean, I feel like, you know, KK is a former Pro Bowler, so I mean, they definitely. I feel like a lot of teams focus on KK, but you know, when it comes time to, you know, when it comes time, even without KK being out there, I mean, man, teams are gonna do whatever they're gonna do. We just gotta keep playing ball.
All right, guys, we only have time for one more. Elena, do you want to get your question in real quick?
Sure, thanks, Preston. Derrick, I was wondering for you, you know, we had heard about some communication issues on defense in the first game. I was wondering for you how you felt like last against the Bucs overall for the defense. Do you feel like you guys were kind of getting more on the same page, or just how that was overall?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely getting on the same page. I mean, you know, like you said at the beginning, you know, and it's not the communication factor. It's the mistakes here and there. You know, just got to eliminate the mistakes and, you know, go forward from there. You know, and just be the defense that we want to be.
All right, Derrick, we appreciate you taking the time.